Hello everyone, I hope everyone's doing well today. I just thought I'd do another little quick update video on the truck since we have done a few more things with it since the last video, fixed a few more things. And there's a couple things I didn't mention in the last video I remembered after I made it, and I just figured I'd go over those now. For starters, this is an XLT. Pretty sure I didn't mention that in the last video. It's got a few extra added things on it, like a manually operated sliding glass window in the back, and power options like power windows and power mirrors. A few little extra options on the XLT. Sorry, fingers in the way. And also, this is a two-wheel drive truck. I know a lot of people prefer four-wheel drive, especially on bigger trucks like this. But the way we look at it, it's just one less thing to break or go bad, especially when vehicles get up in age like this one is. Things can go wrong or just wear out over time, and we just look at it like it's one less thing to go bad or wear out. So we actually like that about it. It's a two-wheel drive. And I forgot to mention, when we first found this truck at the dealership we got it from, we took it for a test drive, and it had a really bad bump in the front end here. Excuse me. Had a really bad bump in the front end. And the salesman we bought it from assured us that it was just a broken belt in the tire. But when we bought it, it had Toyo tires all the way around on all four wheels. It had Toyo tires, and he actually got in it, moved the wheel around, and drove it back and forth a little bit in the lot. And he assured us it was just a broken belt in the tire. And the engine ran great, ran perfectly. The transmission operated perfectly. Just everything about it ran great. So we decided to go ahead and take a chance on it. And the first thing we did was put new tires on the front end here. These are Dextero tires, if I'm pronouncing them correctly. Dextero tires. And that seemed to clear up the bump a lot. That seemed to clear it up an awful lot. But when you'd come down on the brake, there'd still be a little bit of vibration there. So what we did was we went ahead and put new rotors, or had new rotors and brakes put on the front end, and that pretty much finished clearing it up all the way. It pretty much finished clearing it up altogether. When you come down on the brake, though, there's still a little vibration there. From the feel of it, we believe it's coming from the back end this time. So what we're going to do is we're going to put we're going to start by putting tires on the rear end first and see if that fixes it. It's almost not noticeable at all. It's just a really light vibration. And like I said, from the feel of it, we believe it's coming from the rear end of the truck here. So it's still got the Toyo tires on the back here. So we're going to start, when we get the chance, by putting new tires on the rear here. And with as slight as the vibration is, pretty sure that'll fix it up. But if it's still there, we'll go ahead and put new rotors and brakes on the back of the truck here too. That's only one of the two major things we still plan to do with it. If we have to put rotors on it, that is, the tires may fix it with as light as the vibration is. The other major thing is, at some point, we're probably going to have to get a paint job done on it. The paint's, I'm not sure how bad it's going to show up. Sorry, I'm not sure how well it's going to show up here on camera, but the paint's really fading. So at some point, the only other major thing we're going to have to do on it is get a new paint job. Other than that, with the bump in the front end pretty much cleared up, it drives and runs great, runs smooth. I mean, I'm not sure what the exact mileage is on it. It's got one of those digital odometers, and it doesn't always come on, but it's got right under 280,000 miles on it, 270 some thousand miles. Last time it flickered on, but it still runs and drives great, runs and drives excellently. And we had an oil change done, had new oil put in it just this month. When we bought it, interestingly enough, when we got it home, we checked the oil, and it barely had any in it at all, and it looked like it still had the stock oil filter on it. Like, I'm not sure what the deal was there, but it's almost like the guy who had it originally, or the previous owner, never had an oil change or put any oil in it or anything. It was almost bone dry. And like I said, I found the oil filter on it, and it looked like the stock Motorcraft filter. So we went ahead and had an oil change done just to make sure everything's good there. Trying to see if I can get a shot of the oil filter here. It's up under the wheel well. I believe that's it right there. That orange frame filter. Yep, I believe that was it. Let me see if I can get a better shot of it. Yep, I believe that's it right there. That orange frame filter. Like I said, it's got a little under 300,000 miles on it, and this still runs great. Go. And yeah, I almost forgot to mention, when we got this truck, we had to put a new mirror on it on the passenger side here, a new power mirror. And it didn't come with this blind spot mirror either. We had to pick one up at the auto parts store and stick it on there also. But we had to change this passenger mirror as well. I'll show you here the original mirror that was on it, what was going on. There's the little plug-in. Whoever had it previously, I had this apart. They tried to pull it apart, it looked like, and broke the mirror, and they stuck it back in there and put a screw in it to hold it in. So when we first got it, the mirror was broke and it was just held in by this screw here. So what we did was, and on the back here there's just 3 bolts that hold it on, and the little wire that plugs into the door. And you'll notice the blind spot mirror is a little bigger on this one. It's a little bigger, but the only one we could find at the auto parts store was a smaller one like that one. Either way, it's still good. So we ended up putting a new mirror on it. Aside from that, everything we've done on the truck so far has just been small stuff. Like a lot of the light bulbs were blown and stuff. Like there were 2 lights, there's 3 lights in there, the 2 white ones on either side. When you open the door, they come on, and the red one in the middle, that's like a brake light. The red one in the middle and the one on the passenger side, the white one on the passenger side, were blown, so I pulled that off and put new bulbs in it. And the only other things we've done has been like small stuff. Like when we got the truck, there was no cover or lens here on the courtesy light on the door. Had to get a new courtesy light lens from Amazon. It came in a 2-pack, 1 for each door, so we got a spare for the other door if we ever need it. Courtesy light lens. And go inside the truck here. The interior isn't too bad, it's pretty good. No rips in the seats or anything. Nice big old bench seat. Got a Ford wheel cover here. There's the little screen for the backup camera. Little screen for the backup camera, just hit the little button there. It's solar powered. It comes on and shows what's behind you, and after 30 seconds it goes right back off. The only other thing we did was pick up a new trim piece for the top of the shifter right there. When we first got it, it didn't have that little trim piece on the top of the shifter. We picked up another one from Amazon again. There's the Craftsman toolbox in the back seat. I've used that a couple times already, actually. The first time was putting the mirror on the door, or the passenger door of the truck here. I actually ended up doing that in the parking lot of the auto parts store where we got it. Just wanted to make sure it was the right mirror that was going to fit and stuff. I apologize, the truck's a little cluttered up. We intend to pick up some Ford floor mats too at some point. The air works ice cold, the CD player, the radio works. The only other thing, even the overhead console here works. I actually pulled it down, and to be honest, I didn't do that good of a solder job, but I got it soldered good enough to get it working again, so that works. The only other thing that's, sorry, fingers in the way. The only other thing that's still busted in here is the cup holder. We never really use the cup holders anyway, and it still fits in there good enough, so it doesn't really look like it's broke from the outside. So we're probably just gonna let that go as it is. And yeah, that's pretty much everything we've done with the truck so far. All in all, we fixed it up, and I think we got it looking pretty good. Go ahead and lock it up and shut it back up. Power door locks, power windows. The seats are manual still, but with the XLT package, you do get some power options like the locks and windows and stuff. Oh, this is a super cab also. This back door does open. I apologize, that's just a towel on the back seat with water stains, because there was a small leak when it would rain over this back window here, and it ran in on the back seat. So we threw a towel on it, just water stains. We ended up fixing it ourselves instead of taking it to an expensive garage. We got some Flex Seal actually, and just sprayed it in along the back of the window here. See if I can get it on camera, where it's kind of separating along here. Water was getting in, getting on the back seat. So what we did was we got a can of Flex Seal and just sprayed it in there. It seemed to seal it up pretty good. Just been an amazing, reliable truck, especially for such an old engine, and having so many miles on it. Just been a really great engine. I can really see why people love those old 2-valve engines so much. The ironic thing is, go back here, we actually have a 2003 Sports Track there, and it's an XLT also. It's got way more options and stuff than this F150 does. This 2001 F150. It's a couple years newer, but a lot of the stuff doesn't work on it, ironically. Like the engine runs rough from time to time, probably needs a new set of plugs. Not sure. We haven't had the chance to get it checked out yet. It's had some issues with the transmission. Still drivable. It's just after you drive it a while and it gets hot. And there's no badging on this one or anything, but it is a 4-wheel drive. And the reason I said on the F-150 that we prefer 2-wheel drives is because it's ironic. Like I said, this is actually a little newer of a truck, but a lot of stuff don't work on it. Like I said, the power windows. In the 4-wheel drive, instead of having the shifter on the floor that connects directly to the transfer case, that's more reliable in my opinion. It's got one of those electronic knob shifters that shifts between the drive modes: 4-wheel drive, 4-wheel high, 4-wheel low, and 2-wheel high. When we first got the truck, we tried it in gear, tried it in neutral. We weren't moving, of course, we were sitting still, but we kept trying it, but the 4-wheel drive wouldn't engage. So after a while, we just figured we'd leave it alone like it was, because we didn't want to get it stuck in 4-wheel high or 4-wheel low, and that caused a whole lot more problems. And we didn't really have the money to have it put into a shop and have an expensive fix done if that would happen. The air does work in this one, but nowhere near as good as in the F-150. This little trim piece on the side here was loose when we got it. Managed to find some extra trim clips on Amazon to fix that. It does have the fog lights on the bottom, tow hooks. The fog lights work, and it does run okay. It's not like it has serious issues, and it does run and drive okay. But when it gets hot, the transmission tends to be a little finicky at times, and when you're like setting still, it does take spells where it wants to idle rough. It's got other options like the sunroof up top and stuff. It's got the heated seats, the power seats, power options all the way around. But and a lot of the stuff does work, but there's a few things that don't. One of the major things, the four-wheel drive, like I said, essentially it's a two-wheel drive truck. It's got the four-wheel drive stuff on it, but it won't engage. That's the reason why, if we ever did have the means to get another truck in the future and we chose to get a four-wheel drive truck, probably try to get one with the shifter on the floor that connects directly to the transfer case. That's just, in my opinion, a lot more reliable of a system. And I think I've rambled on enough here. I think I've covered everything. If we do any more upgrades to the truck, the last two major ones would be, like I said, a paint job, and if the rear tires on the rear don't fix that slight little bump that's left, we may go ahead and put rear rotors and brakes on as well. But with as slight as it is, it's barely even noticeable. I'm pretty sure new tires on the back will fix it. Hopefully it will, but I'm pretty sure it will with just how slight the bump is still. That'll be the only other major thing we'll do. It's been a really, really good, reliable truck. Just trying to make sure I covered everything this time. I'm not sure if we'll do any more update videos. Like I said, the last major thing will probably just be the paint job. I'm pretty sure the tires will fix the slight little bump in the rear end, or the back of the truck, sorry. And this may be a small thing, but even the windshield wiper fluid dispensers work. Not sure what they're really referred to, but the little things here on the hood that shoot the windshield wiper fluid up on the windshield, clean off your windshield. Even those work. It's been extremely reliable. And yeah, I think we're gonna end the video here. Thank you guys for watching. I apologize for rambling and going on and on. Just wanted to make sure I covered everything and the few things I did miss in the last video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.